Statistics Canada has released the employment numbers for the month of September, increasing unexpectedly for the first time since June. Now, the agency says employment increased by 60,000 jobs, or 0.3%. The industries pulling the weight were manufacturing, healthcare, and social assistance, along with agriculture. Now, the unemployment rate remains unchanged, though, at a multi-year high at 7.1%. And we're going to get into the youth unemployment rate, too, as well. Joining me now is Ilona Dougherty, Managing Director of the Youth and Innovation Project at the University of Waterloo. Ilona, thanks for being here.
Great to be with you.
Let's get to the youth unemployment numbers, because a little bit concerning. So for those aged 15 to 24, it's up to 14.7% in September. That's if we take outside of the pandemic, that's a 15-year high, rather. We know AI is maybe part of this. We talk about some of the job numbers and some of the factors. What do you believe is behind this rise in unemployment?
It's kind of a soup. There's all sorts of different factors that have come together for these high numbers. So certainly we see economic pressures. We know that young people are kind of the canaries in the coal mine when it comes to the economy being tough. So they're the ones with the least experience. They're most likely either not to be hired if there's other folks in the job market who have more experience looking for work, and they're often the first ones to be let go. But in addition to those economic challenges, we see increases in population in that age group. We also are seeing maybe the beginnings of what might be AI really impacting some of those entry-level jobs.
Yeah, again, which is a concern, I think, for many, but in particular young people as well. You're talking to students. What are you hearing from them as they struggle in this job search and trying to find jobs that are trying to get employed, whether they're in university or just finishing it?
Yeah, so we actually lead a longitudinal study called the Young People and Economic Inclusion Longitudinal Study, and we have more than 30,000 young Canadians who've opted into that study. And I was just talking to a colleague moments ago. We're just doing interviews with a number of those young people to get a sense of what their feelings are. So these are new graduates. They might be young people who didn't go to post-secondary. It's really diverse. And what we're seeing certainly is a concern, a challenge for young people to find work. So, you send out 100 resumes and you don't get a single response. We're certainly hearing those kinds of concerns. But we're seeing young people actually be quite optimistic when it comes to AI. They feel equipped. They feel as though if they are employed, jobs are going to change, but they're not going to lose their jobs, which is really interesting. So we see older folks more concerned about AI and young people more optimistic. So it's this kind of funny mix at the moment where young people are excited about their future, but also, really hitting some walls.
Yeah, fascinating indeed. Ilona Dougherty, Managing Director of the Youth and Innovation Project at the University of Waterloo. Ilona, thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you.